Dear God and Father, we thank you, we bless you, we honor your name, that we are gathered here at the UPND Secretariat. For your word says where two or three are gathered in your name, there you are in their midst. As we are about to begin our deliberations, we commit this entire press briefing to be addressed by President Hakainde Hichilema into your hands. It is in the blessed name of the Lord and Savior Christ Jesus we pray. Amen. President, National Chairperson of Women Affairs Party, members of Parliament, all protocols observed. Thank you for coming at short notice. We hope that we'll be able to interact with you. Mr. President, over to you.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies, Honorable Obama, my dear colleagues in the NMC, members of Parliament here. I know the SG is somewhere there, and obviously colleagues from the media and others, good morning. As you have been informed already, apologies for the vendors. I think one of our questions was not just here, so we thought we should all get a message together. We intend to be brief today. Basically, we want to address the falsehoods that are going on with regard to this issue of same-sex marriages or relationships. That is what we are addressing today. So, and I'll cover a couple of issues. The first one is that PF is at it again. They're at it again telling lies. Complete lies, not a grain of truth that I ever, anywhere in the world, in this country, in this region, on our continent, or elsewhere, did I have a meeting where we discussed same-sex marriages. Nowhere. Never. Not even a question that would have arisen in my many meetings, here or abroad, that this matter has arisen in the manner the PM expressed it. So, I'm aware a lot of people have talked about it. Many of our members have talked about it in many ways, but I made a decision this morning that I will address this matter to buttress what my colleagues in the party, outside the party, around the globe, network of friends, colleagues, business colleagues around the world, none of HHG's involvement whatsoever in what PF has said. So take it as one of those useless things that PF has been up to. Take it as one of those things that instead of dishing citizens, giving citizens food who are hungry, they are feeding them with falsehoods of this nature. That's the first point. So please, no need to speculate after this press briefing. The second message is that the PF generated this story themselves, but they attributed it to respected international media organizations. In particular, AFP and AP. We took liberty through our network to contact these two news organizations to ask them if they've authored any story like that. I want to thank AFP and AP. They were quick in responding and confirmed that they have not authored any story like that. They have not carried it on their print media, on their electronic media, or anywhere. It is not there. It does not exist. Actually, if you look carefully at the concocted story, just check at the bottom the name of the reporter they used, and also, or the alleged did the story, or indeed the inscription down there. You will see actually it's fake. You don't even have to be an expert. This is not there. So, our media staff will give you today, for the media houses here, will give you the link to AFP and AP. There's no better batching than that. There's no better evidential information than that. To be honest, PF are caught with their pants down. PF are caught naked in the act once again, as they did against President Sata, the late President Sata, may he so rest in peace. They are at it again on HH. They've hit the wrong target. Completely hit the wrong target. We don't have time for such worthless space energy in our country. Number 3, I want to take this opportunity to indicate that it's become fashionable now to have Facebook accounts that are fake. Basically, they don't exist, but they are created as part of the propaganda. Most of it as PA propaganda. Twitter, they are trying to create stories. You know, to talk about HH now, it's an in thing, eh? It's a sexy thing to do, right? I mean, not in a negative sense. It is the emotive thing to do. It is the fashionable thing. Thank you. It's a fashionable thing to do. So they create these Facebook accounts saying HH is giving loans, there's a bank, HH is said this. No. It's not true. They will do all sorts of things, maybe even against yourselves, some of you. I know they're doing it to other renowned personalities around the world. It's an ongoing problem. But I think as a country, we must deal with this matter because crooks are hiding behind this. False propaganda is driven on these platforms. So I want to indicate to you that do not fall prey for these things. Do not please fall prey for these things. For the record, I have one Facebook account. It has a blue tick. It has a blue mark. That's the authentic one. Anything else, I don't know. We've reported these matters to the police several times. Somehow the police is not acting. I don't blame them because, you know, to protect HH, to protect citizens, it's not in the interest of PF. Very strange, isn't it? Yet they're supposed to protect everybody when a crime is being committed. This is actually a crime, to create such falsehoods and send fear in the minds of people. It is a falsehood. So it is completely something you must always challenge when you see things posted on Facebooks, maybe Twitter, or indeed anything else. Please, people of Zambia, we have a lot of work to do. Number 4, I want to categorically state my personal position so you don't doubt going forward. I do not support same-sex marriages. I do not support same-sex relationships. I've never done that. I will never do that. It's part of my personal value systems, in my genetic material, in my psyche, in my philosophical way of saying things. I do not agree with same-sex relationships. I do not agree that God was wrong to create man and woman, female and male. I'm one of those who are not shy to say it because anyone who wants to be a friend of HH must know what HH stands for on certain issues. This is one of the issues that I am not in support of this. I don't want to ridicule anybody, but that's my personal position. People are entitled to their own views over matters, to their opinions over matters. Being a Christian, I'm an Adventist myself, but the body of Christ is one. We all know that. The body of Christ is one. It does not matter which church you go to. But for me, in our Christian faith, this is reinforced by Christian beliefs and values. So I think it clarifies that position as well. At this stage, I want to extend, number 5, my appreciation to many citizens in this country, outside this country, global citizens of the world, the network of friends who know HH very well from a young age, in the village, through what we've gone through, where we are today, because you don't end learning. Learning does not end. Who, including just ordinary people across the globe, who have responded strongly to rubbish this propaganda, this peer propaganda. Luckily, we know who is orchestrating it. Luckily, we know who actually started brewing it. And that will take its own course. That will take its own course. But I want to thank all of you, including the media in this country, the way they've handled this issue, other than ZNBC, and a few. And as I said, that will take its own course. The average media house dismissed this story from the time it was concocted. I want to thank you, individually, severally, for basically separating chaff from reality, from facts. I believe this is part of the maturity we are beginning to see at individual level, at household level, at institutional level within our country. We need this, especially when there's no leadership in the country as it is today. Because there's no leadership at all, completely. And somebody in New York tried to echo the concoction here to create a bit of authenticity. It was such a dry joke. You are addressing the UN Assembly, you're not talking about serious issues affecting your country, including debt, how you're going to deal with the debt matter, and you're talking about something to authenticate a falsehood back home. That is cheap. That's too cheap. Extremely cheap. You know, you can see that the country has no leadership. That's how things are being digressed like this. So thank you to all of you. I should consult somehow through our Christian beliefs. Is it coincidence that this was done to President Sata? So rest in peace. Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that Sunday Chanda is the same individual who was in MMD then and perpetrating with Doris Leah this lesbian issue about Sata, the late Sata? Is it a coincidence? Or is some people are diseased and they need to be treated? It could be a disease. I'm serious. It could be that people are sick. We think they are normal, but they are sick. They need treatment. Maybe we need to help them. Lastly, I want to conclude by saying to the nation of Zambia, the nation is challenged today. The nation has difficulty. Our children are not in school today. We need to do things that will take back children into classrooms. And when they're in class, we must do things, as UPND, that's our focus, to put infrastructure for our children to sit on schools, in colleges. Those that have no meal allowances, who have no bursaries. It's our daily vexation. Fixation. Vexation, fixation. 2 words. To see how we can get our children back into school. And when they complete school, instead of roaming the streets of Lusaka, of Chamboli in Kitwe, of Kambombo in Chama, Chikalaba, Levi knows Chikalaba. That's our daily fixation. How do we get our children into jobs after completing school? Instead of walking the villages. PF has no interest in these issues. All of a sudden, instead of allowing me, not even allowing me, letting me do my thing in Solomon in Kafue, they were able to send a platoon of policemen. Platoons, thank you, madam. To Kafue, to stop one Hagainde Ichilema wanting to visit his brothers and sisters in Solomon in Kafue. And at least to help 1 or 2 people who need not a 12 kg bag of millet, but a 25 kg bag of millet.
Yes.
Where do they find the time to do these things? Then you must know that they have never been interested in the welfare of the citizens of Ghana. We have a bunch of people pretending as leaders, but they're actually something else. Ngatulibe mutima ku bantu bagona na njala. Iwe uganiza creating a story ya Musango. And you give it even legs, you give it some okchi. Temporarily though. Today, as I predicted in 2016, I would like my media team to circulate to the media houses here and elsewhere what I said in 2016. And it's happening now. With regard to electricity, I said electricity will increase to levels that they are. And as a true economic prophet, almost exact to what I predicted in 2016. I predicted the price of minimum exactly. It is there. If I didn't say it, you'd have said, no, he was lying. It is there. Almost a mirror image. I predicted that fuel costs, forget about Saudi Arabia, fuel for 5 kwacha. Fuel will be around 14 kwacha. Where is it now? 16. 2016, I said it.
Boy.
This is what vision means. This is what seriousness means, the country. You can't keep on singing this rotten song, Dununa Reverse. You're taking the country backwards, we're taking the country forward. When the children of Israel were living captivity in Egypt, they reached the Red Sea, they couldn't cross, they were angry with Moses, shouting at Moses, why did you bring us here? To be killed here. You should have left us in Egypt. We are hungry. Moses went to pray to God. God, see your people. The soldiers of Pharaoh are coming. What do we do? God told Moses, go and tell the children of Israel just to move forward. Just move forward. I'll find a way for them. He found a way. They crossed the Red Sea. Just move forward. That's where we got the message or the symbol or phraseology, Zambia forward, from the Bible. That's where we got it from. Today I can review to you. So today we have issues that preoccupy my mind, your mind. How do we lower the taxes? How do people survive boho taxes? Tax on tax. That's my fixation. Fixation. That's my vexation. That's our fixation. That's our vexation. Which means that's what preoccupies our minds. That's all we see. How can we make lives better for our people? How can a government, calling itself a government, fail to find the owner of 48 houses?
Shame.
How?
Shame.
By the way, there is another 49 houses. But, Sunday Chan, you know sometimes intelligence is useful. If all you need is a little of it, it's so useful. You read through what that boy says, you watch him say things, you can say, he is an empty lie. Actually, an empty tin. Luckily, Zambians are not buying his emptiness. Luckily. We thank Zambians for that. We must deal with the issues to do with 42 fire tenders, which were bought at $1 million, but they cost $250,000. That's how much they were insured. And they're failing to quench fires when fires break out. I'm concerned about looking for buyers as HH for the presidential jet. Immediately we move in the first month, we will be selling that jet so we can recover the money. So we can recover the money and put it in agriculture.
Yes.
Put it in tourism.
Yes.
Put it in the youth challenge. I'm talking about, watch my Twitter, watch my Facebook. I'm talking about the youth challenge to create jobs for the youth, to create business opportunities for the youth. That's part of my program of financing the youth challenge program. To empower the youth is to sell that jet. I'm already looking for buyers. The list is growing. And the money will be accounted for. It won't be HH selling. HH will just do the legwork using our global network, which Zambians must appreciate, because that's what we will do to dismantle this debt, because of our global network, to bring value to the people of Zambia. And someone, instead of actually utilizing it, is ridiculing it. It's shameful, completely shameful, right? That's our interest. Our interest is to deal with those who bought ambulances, which should have cost $75,000. They paid $250,000. Remember I said in the auditor, sorry? 288. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you. Chamaza man. Kalunga mina. I said in the Auditor General's office there will be a special unit to audit tenders. We are preparing for that. That's what we'll be doing. That's what is my fixation in my mind. All of this to lead to releasing resources to support citizens, to pay retirees, to support agriculture inputs, fertilizer, seed. This is what is in my mind. I'm looking at the wind blowing. I said, this weather is not normal. There will be a challenge in 2019, 2020. I'm thinking about it already. Yes. And someone is just stretching his legs in an expensive jet, not even thinking, maybe half asleep. Not thinking about it. How we will end hunger. That's what I'm thinking about. Because donations I'm making is just a small part. The main part is how do we avoid perpetuation of hunger into next year? That's what is in my mind. When you bring homosexuality, what are you talking about? What is it that you're talking about? Right? You want even to steal animals from the Luangwa National Park. You want to steal animals. You are tired of stealing money. You know, you take drugs there. You steal money from the public. You buy your first farm. You want to call it a game ranch. Some of the animals you want to steal from the villagers who earn income from tourists in the Rwanda. Chief Sefu there. I watched him talk. I've been to that palace. I've gone around in this country. There is no palace I've not visited. No one has gone around this country more than me. And as Chief himself was talking, I was remembering the stool he gave me to sit when I was in the palace. And he put it all. It means tourists won't come there. It means the tour guides will not be employed. It means the local community, the community resource boards will not receive income. How shameless can a government be? Stealing from the little even that is left, you are stealing. I am glad. I want to thank the people of Mfuwe, the people of Eastern. They came together to say, Kuribe otenga nyama zatu, This is what Zambians must now start doing to say no to this rubbish in many sectors. How are you going to pay for electricity bills? Load shedding. And someone is not talking about it. I'm thinking about our first priority in energy is to put in each province at least a 60 megawatt solar power station. By 10, we will have 600 megawatts within 6 months of taking office. And we'll bring down your load shedding. We also bring down... We also bring down your tariffs. They are going to import power at a high tariff. Because that's where the corruption opportunity is. Zambians, think what's happening in your country. There's no leadership. Watch the space. See how your country will change. Even yourselves, even NMC members, I'm telling you, MPs, you have no idea the things we are going to do. And you will even be saying, so HH was serious. We need to change for the better. There's a lot of things we will do in the first few months in our office as we take office, courtesy of the people of Zambia, God's will, because we are interested in the welfare of the people, number one. Number two, we have the skills. Number three, we have the vision, and we're resilient. I want to ask Zambians once more, unite. Make a distinction, what is wrong, push it away. What is right, accommodate it. And what is wrong is associated with PF. What is right is associated with UPND. How about that? Do not swim in this ethnicity smell. Even in Parliament now, they're pushing it. In the House. You are one people, we are one people. Hunger has shown us that the pangs of hunger pain all of us. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how you twist your tongue. It's what I call language. It's a gift from God. Let's unite. Let us say no to wrong things and yes to good things. We must change government. We must not be shy. Time has come to change government. Bill number 10, my dear MPs, please, Zambians are now looking up to you to stop this mess. You can see how Constitutional Court behaves. Zambians are looking up to you. Are looking up to us, all of them, not UPND members, but all citizens of Zambia. And I have every trust in you, with the independent MPs, with right-thinking PF MPs that will defeat Bill 10. They want to cheat our MPs that if they defeat Bill 10, there will be no new constituencies created. No, we created new constituencies in 2016. Separate process, and we'll support that process. There will be new constituencies. Let's work for the people. Let's be on the right side of history. I thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President, for that brief to the nation. You've made it very clear, especially for some of us that know you, Mr. President. At no single time have you advocated for gay rights. Yeah. Thank you for being very clear. And we believe that that matter has come to a close today. Members of the press, it is your show now to interact, to seek clarification from the President on the matters that he has spoken about today. So we'll be taking a round of 3 questions. You introduce yourself. 1 question, not many. After that, you proceed to the questions. Pamela?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, Pamela.
Yeah, I just want to know about the question. Mr. President, I'm seeking clarification. When you say you're going to take a course of action from the PF narrative story surrounding the gays, and I want to find out how quick you're going to do that, because I'm aware that there is an organization which has said that in the next 1 month they want to go around the country to collect signatures so that they would decampaign political leaders who are promoting gayism just after this falsehood transpired. So maybe this would, in some way, maybe other people would believe it's true you are in this system. So how quick is your court litigation?
Thank you.
Maybe just in addition,
You introduce yourself.
My name is Mutonga Alan from Kenya Broadcasting Network. Just wanted to find out what kind of sort of action that you are taking. Are you suing those people that have been publishing the allegations?
My name is Mengaya. I write for international news organizations. Maybe it was by design that we do not touch this subject at all. Maybe it could be kind of us to explain. Today we are presenting the budget. What's the expectation in this budget? Do we see anything good coming from it? Better than last year, last year we had only 10% to the table for the country. The rest was among themselves and the other issues.
You are straying, my guy. The director of ceremonies is clear.
If we can stick to the issues that the president raised, of course, using his discretion, is at liberty to
Being an opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. So,
My name is Zipporah from
Sorry?
Zipporah from
Oh, it's for
Yes, I don't know if I heard you correctly. You were saying there are other 49 houses. So if you
Yes.
can clarify on that, and maybe more information on the same.
Yes.
thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the questioners or comments. Pamela, what actions, when, how quick will you be? Some organizations are already going out to decampaign HH. The actions will be quick. And they are varied actions. Because, as I've said, this is a falsehood. This is a creation to probably prompt. I have an idea of what that organization is. I think some Christian group, especially those who have always called Christians for a human being. Christians are only for God and Christ, and three. God in three, eh? Three in one, eh? God the Father, God the Son, and God Mutagatif. Right? Those of you who are not there, Mutagatif means Holy Spirit. Right? Three in one. So it is the Christians for long that I hear are trying to do it. They actually created the story, working with Sunday Chanda, concocted it, like that it was AFP and AP. I've shown you that there was none of those organizations. Then someone in the UN, instead of talking serious issues about the country, the Dead Mountain, he's talking about something to collaborate. And then that group rises and talks about decampaigning. They may just be committing a crime that they will regret. The little that they are funded, they may end up being bankrupt. That's very kind advice we're giving you. Do not do things that you know are wrong because of hatred. I've said to people before, you don't have to like Hakainde. At least listen to him. You may help the citizens who are suffering. So those who want to go around, they're hungry themselves. So because of 30 pieces of silver, they want to go around to say what? A falsehood. If they decampaign HA, based on falsehoods, is that fairness? Is that correct? The good news is that there will be many more millions who will campaign for HH and they will outnumber the Christians for long. That's the good news. Actually, I should never say that again. Eh? It's blasphemy. Eh? Christians for long. We should stop saying that. All of us.
Yes, yes.
Mwana wa kitu. Mliuli. Ah, Makoti. Taona. What actions are you going to, you sue? I think I've answered that question. There's a myriad of actions we're going to take. I think time has come for the country that we here, that we must agree this is wrong, this is right. What I've addressed today is wrong, isn't it? And when something is wrong, we must follow with action to correct that wrong. And that's what we're going to do. Zipola, other 49 houses, absolutely, young lady. The 48 houses are separate from the houses which are 49 mentioned in the Financial Intelligence Center. In the Financial Intelligence Center, they were very clear to say these 49 houses are owned or were stolen, or money was stolen to build these houses from a politically exposed person. The report is there. As you know, 2017-2018 FIC report, over $1.1 billion of your money has been misapplied, has been stolen, has all sorts of things that have happened. In that $1.1 billion sits the 49 houses. Outside is 48 houses. So can you see how they've ravaged, how the PF have ravaged our country? These are what you call the worst vouchers ever. You know when a bird called a voucher, eh? They've eaten the flesh, now they've started eating bones. Yes, this is who they are. When I said these things in 2012, 2013, you were all not believing me. Go back to my radio programs of 2012, 2013, 2014. Just listen to them. When you have a bit of spare time, listen to my Phoenix programs, listen to what I was saying. This is what's happening now. The chickens have come home to roost. Even those who were doubting, even amongst you journalists, I understood your hostility then, because you didn't visualize this. But now, we must work together for the good of this country. We don't have a choice, but we have to work together to protect our country. So yes, I think I've answered your question. Separate houses. The ones I went to report in the Anti-Corruption Commission, you remember I walked in there one of these days, one of the past days? I talked about 48. In my letter, I talked about 49. Did we share, Charles, did we share the response from ACC with the media? Did you see the response from ACC?
No.
Who give you the response? After they had said the matter was closed, they simply shot me a very brief response that the matter is still alive, HH, we're investigating. Investigating? How long? You spent so much money to send policemen to Solomon in curfew. Why didn't you use that money to tell us who owns the 48 and 49 house? Misplaced priorities. That's what vouchers do. Can I take the liberty, Levi, to say to Maingaila, you've asked a question which is answered already. I have issued, for your own information as media, I've issued a budget expectation. You didn't see it yesterday. It went ahead of the budget presentation today, so that no one will say I've copied anything. It's already in the media. I think we have not done a good job to distribute it. Media. Can we distribute that which answers Maingaila's question? It's an excellent piece of work. I'm as critical of myself. In case you're not aware, from my professional background, I'm a great critic of HH. I criticize that document, I criticize myself, slept over it. I'm very happy with it. It's a good piece of document. Have a look at it. It even guides PF what they should do to turn around the economy. It's in there. We'll make sure we distribute it. It's already online. It is.
It's already online.
And please, can we make sure we circulate to our MPs as well?
Yes.
Deputy Whip is there. Each MP must get a copy. Then, as they are reading today, if you're going back this afternoon, just have my document, our document, your document, and compare the rubbish that will be read today. You will see where the country must go. We must go in our direction together. Please make sure the whip is here.
It is being shared.
It's being shared already.
On the MP's file.
Thank you very much. So can we also, can we share it with the media? Is there a forum that you are in touch with our brothers and sisters in the media?
Yes, the spokesman.
Yes,
It is there.
it is there.
Can we place it within minutes after this press conference, please? Because they deserve to see that. The budget will be presented this afternoon. Just peruse through. Just look at the highlights I put there. You will see that this is organized thinking. This is how a country should be run. Now you listen to what will happen this afternoon. You listen. Because there is nothing Warrior. I've already said Warrior is a friend of mine. There's nothing he can do because the country is collapsed and the thinking is monolithic. You need to think outside the box. That's what we do ourselves. You need to find solutions out of the ordinary. That's how we run our own businesses. Outside the ordinary. That's what we do. That's what we do to this country. Please, I deliberately decided to address so that I can bring this to the knowledge of everyone. Ruth,
Yes.
You are here. I was trying to spot you. You are hiding behind your screen. Can you circulate that document, please? Thank you. So your answer is in there. Excellent document. Challenge me once you've read it. I encourage you to challenge me. Thank you.
Thank you for those expectations, Mr. President. Another round. Sir, things are crystal clear. That's what happens.
Just because, Mr. President, my name is Mark.
From the same call. Welcome. Want you to be coming all the time.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
And you are safe here, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're not hooligans. Guys out there, he's our brother. He knows what's going on. He understands. Don't throw things at him which is not responsible.
Just want to get you clear. Remember, I might have been late here. Just want to get you clear position to those people, the issues of the case, and those people that are met and the case. What is your clear position of that one?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, so you must have
They
done
come
that.
Yes, sir. They claim that it was.
For your own information, but I don't want that to be the only news you carry. Please be fair to the integrity of the news profession, the media profession. Please. I watched your television yesterday, and I'm taking issues about it. Not you, but ZNBC. You're a citizen. Pamela, I can tell you now, I'm taking issues with ZNBC. Yeah. The issue is that, I must repeat to you very quickly, so you have the full package. One, that lesbian story attributed to me does not exist. It's not there. Nowhere in the world, here, in the region, or elsewhere. Yes, I have meetings. I have businesses. I have issues. Today, Levi, you are the jackpot winner. One of the things I do to keep my intellectualism, I review books. This is one of the books I review. And there will be 3 people who will be gifted with this beautiful book today.
One is me with the name.
Right? Democracy Works. You will see that I'm one of the reviewers of this book. There's another book I was reviewing last week, which is what they tried to claim that I was sitting at a liberal meeting. There was no liberal meeting. I was doing a book review, as I reviewed this book last year, and it's selling very well. Yesterday, President Ramaphosa was receiving a copy of this book, which I reviewed. You should be proud of it, you guys. I would like to give Lungu a copy of this book. I'm not the author. Don't write it wrongly. I'm one of the reviewers. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm one of the people who were selected to critique the manuscript before it was written in the book. In other countries, I'll be sitting in a different league other than where you place me here. But what can I do? One day, things will be right. Last week, I was reviewing a book coming, wonderful book. When we were looking at the manuscript, the quality of the debate we had last week, global team of people with gray matter. It's It's a wonderful book. It's called Can Africa Be the Next Asia? That's a book coming. Lessons of Asia, what African countries can learn. In 1964, Mark, Zambia's economy was similar to that of South Korea and Malaysia. But today, South Korea manufactures heavy earth equipment. You in Zambia can't manufacture a bicycle.
Yes.
That's what I was reviewing last week. What lessons can we learn from Asia Pacific, Singapore, Hong Kong, South Korea, even Vietnam, which has come out of war? Its economy has surpassed us. So we are reviewing the lessons, what we can do, how we can benefit. You will see a number of those being applied after 2021 when we take over government. You will see the changes we are going to make, which will benefit even ZNBC. You will see. That's what I was doing. I was not talking about game. Not a question, nothing. For your benefit, I've given a disclosure which I didn't give before you came. So there's nothing like that. That story is a false one. Number two, AFP and AP that were attributable to be the source of that story have said they've never authored a story like that. You'll be given a link. Place will give you a link where we triggered. You see how we work ourselves. We triggered a query to the purported source. The source said, no, HH, we did it. We thanked them for that. So wait, ZNBC get all that time to run this homosexuality issue yesterday on that news.
10 minutes.
Where? It's not you. It's not you, man. But send a message back to the editors there that they got it wrong. That's not how we work. The third issue is that there's too many fake Facebook accounts around. For individuals, for organizations. There's a Facebook that is running around saying HH is giving loans, apply, blah, blah, they're stealing money from people. We've reported the police. It's for his benefit. I didn't want him to just pick the last point. That's the third point. The fourth point, and we must end that, we must stop that. And we must not pick stories as a credible media organization from fake Facebook. Even that story that was created by Sunday Chand and his friends, we know who they are. It's so cheap. It shouldn't have been worth 10 minutes of ZNBC news time. Honestly, it just needed a quick verification. What? You're being pushed up. Oh, you're behaving correctly, eh? Nice. So, it should have been verified. Even a call to Charles ZNBC, just a call to anybody, to Ruth here. Ruth, we're going to run this story. What is the position? Ruth would have told you that it's not there. But I don't blame you. I know it's being done for people and for one individual who has failed to run the country. So, lastly, which was your question, I as a Gainde Ichilema do not support same-sex relationships.
And please speak.
Same-sex marriages. I do not support them. I have never supported them. As an individual, my genetic material here, my philosophical positioning, right? You know, in the brain, there's a philosophical positioning, how you see things, right? That's where philosophy comes from. Philosophy is thinking. It's deep thinking. That's what philosophy is. My philosophical orientation, my genetic material has never supported same-sex relationships. I don't know about others.
Yeah,
I don't want to comment about them, but this is my position. This position is reinforced by the fact that I'm a Christian. I'm an Adventist, but the body of Christ is one. We are one and the same. Born again, Catholics, UCZ, New Apostolic, the body of Christ is one. One Bible, isn't it?
Yes.
My values, my philosophical orientation is strengthened by my Christian values. If we say we're a Christian nation, let us not tell lies about each other, like this one. So those who want to start campaigning, de-campaigning HH because they're Christians for an individual, there's only Christians for God in 3 in 1. God the Father, God the Son, God Mutagatifu, Holy Spirit. Not for long. That's blasphemy. Don't set out in that campaign. You will lose the little that you have. When you get sued, you'll be cleaned up. then don't complain to Wakainde that is a bad man. You will have created that issue for yourself. I'm looking at the camera, not you, so that those people can hear the message. So I have decided to go backwards so that you have a complete message. Obviously, there were questions that were asked before you came. We answered the question. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Guys, can we make sure that Mark is given maximum support? Everybody, like everybody else.
Why they watch the reverse news?
We are not
We are not yet done. We are not yet done. So, Mark, then, I think for the entire press here, the message is very clear. President Change went to that function. Can Africa be the next Asia?
absolutely wonderful.
Can Africa be the next Asia? Not can Africa be the next day. Very clear.
This is my review comment.
So I think we'll close in a word of prayer. Madam Okay, shall we pray? Dear God and Father, we thank you, we bless you, honor your name. Having started this briefing with you, we don't want to end it in any other way apart from you. We thank you for the interaction with the press today. As we are about to go to our various locations, newsrooms, and various wake points, dear God, I pray that may your blessings and protection continue to go before us. We thank you, dear God, even for our dear President, incoming President of Zambia, President HH, for being so clear about issues that affect this country. We bless you.